Hi there, it's Kevin with the Rogue Market here with your daily delve, where we delve into the Magic the Gathering market to try and find a good card to speculate into. For today, I'm going to pick Smothering Abomination. Smothering Abomination is a 4th Eldrazi that states at the beginning of your upkeep, you sacrifice a creature. And whenever you sacrifice a creature, draw a card. Sacrifice has actually gained a lot more relevance since Battle for Zendikar. This is originally printed in Battle for Zendikar, with a lot of late commanders as of late working off of that sacrifice mechanic. In fact, a lot of sets lately have had some sort of sacrifice matters theme. So I think this Smothering Abomination is getting ready to pop. The one thing that's holding Smothering Abomination back is it's from Battle for Zendikar. Battle for Zendikar still has some of the highest supply out of any Magic the Gathering set ever printed, as it was the first set to have those super chase cards. So if you look over at TCG Player, there is ample amount of supply that is still available. Many of these sellers still have hundreds of copies, just around that 50-cent mark. So when targeting these, I am not aggressive. I like to try to target these about a quarter. I think when I called this last time, we were buying these cards for 10 cents. So there has been some movement for Smothering Abomination, and it is mainly due to the fact that it does see a lot of play in EDH. EDH does tend to run this in many of the sacrifice outlet decks or any black deck that has any sort of theme with sacrificing. So in 4% of all black decks, the Smothering Abomination is seeing play with 11,000 copies. That's actually quite a substantial number. Once you get in above that mark, it's very hard to have a card, rare that's never been reprinted, under $1. So Smothering Abomination is one of the few cards, even though that this is more like an uncommon because of its because of how printed Battle for Zendikar was. Even uncommons have the ability to go above that mark. So I think this is a good buy right now, and within a year or two, I think that you're going to be able to buy list these for a higher price than you're getting in on now. Battle for Zendikar is old in the scope of things. The only big risk with this card is a possible reprint. Now, I did mention that a lot of commanders do have a Sacrifice Matters theme. We've seen commanders in the past that do reprint low bulk cards actually have the opposite effect, because it gives what we call education value to the card, meaning more people know about the card, know it exists, and then it starts to see more play just due to the factor that people are seeing it being played and seeing what a powerhouse this is. It's a great draw outlet for Sacrifice Matter. Rakdos, like I said before, in many sets has started to have that theme, and so I'm thinking that this price can't hold for under $1 for much longer. The Smothering Abomination does have quite a bit of stock still from Card Kingdom. Card Kingdom is selling them for 69 cents, but they are buying them, and are buying them quite aggressively at 63 copies. The one good thing about Smothering Abomination is not too long ago, the price of the foils versus the spread of the regular card was actually was pretty much razor thin. So the foils were still going under $1, and now the foil prices have jumped up. The foil prices for the Smothering Abomination is about $2, and I think Card Kingdom is selling it for $3.50. So usually the foil starts going up before the non-foil. The trajectory here, according to Magic the Goldfish, is starting to go back down, but recently we have seen an uptick in this card going from a bulk rare status. This is kind of bad data because all bulk rares are around this price, going into what actually sees movement in the market. So if we continue this trajectory without this little blip, I think this big time blip here is just because there wasn't a commander in the past couple sets that have utilized this sacrifice outlet. I'm actually predicting maybe one, maybe two more commanders, if this does not get a reprint in those commanders, that wants to use that sacrifice ability, and the supply will start to dry out with Smothering Abomination. A few cards that were very similar to this that had loss of supply were like the Shimmer Dragon, not so recently, that had tons of supply in TC Player. It got a new commander that actually wanted to use it, and then it just shot up in value. So I'm liking Smothering Abomination for that reason. I think that you don't have to be aggressive at this point with the ample amount of supply out there, but I do think this should be on your short list for trying to find deals at like a quarter or 15 cents or even up to 50 cents. I wouldn't fault you for paying for this particular card. This has been Kevin with the Rogue Market with your daily delve. Check back tomorrow for another good spec. Thanks for watching.